In search of a financial opportunity to pay off student loans, a young Black American woman moves to South Korea to work. As the author, Bootsy W. recalls culture shock and fun adventures in a country far from home. She's also faced with anti-Black racism and featureism, quickly learning that white supremacy is practiced not only by whites, but by those that are categorized as people of color. Based on her 10 years of living abroad, the book Ago Igo compares and contrasts Korea versus the United States on subjects such as code, communal living, racism, effective protests, global alliances, warrior class, music, political correctness, health, aging, money, and the coronavirus. This blunt memoir is uncomfortable, humorous, and educational. Help fight propaganda and mainstream agendas by picking up a copy of Ago Igo on Amazon.com.
Hey fam, welcome back to the African Diaspora News channel. I am Wongel Zelalem bringing you the story. Today's story comes from Nigeria. Nigeria is set to change their name, their colonial country name, which is Nigeria, that was given to them by a British journalist. So they're saying they might change it to United African Republic. When I first read this title, I was like, oh my god, yay. But as I looked deep into it, it's actually a proposal by a consultant, a tax consultant, and he proposed this in June. And his reasoning behind it is because since the name was given by the colonial power, by a random journalist from Britain, and they've accepted it and they've lived with it for so long, he said, what better way to move forward than to change that name that we were given and embrace United African Republic. United African Republic feels more inclusive, right? And he also says, why not that? Because we have lots of tribes, lots of religion, and we all live together, we coexist. So that's a good representation of us, and the name definitely will solidify that, right? So as I said, it's just a proposal. A lot of people thought it is going to be changed for sure. I guess there's a process that it needs to go through. Parliament might not approve and all of that. But as an idea, I don't mind it actually, because I know it's simple. It sounds simple because it's just a name change. It's not like you're changing the country. You're changing what's, what needs to be fixed, and you're improving and all that. I understand. But at the same time, names, titles, they have impact in a lot of things that we do. And as they said, if Nigeria, the name was given to them by the colonial masters, and that's not something they want to remember, that's what better way to do it than change it to United African Republic, right? And also not just that, when you name something, it means you own it. It means that somehow you're giving it existence, right? So the same way we name our kids, the same way we name our pets, or even the same way we name our emotions. We're like, okay, I'm feeling sad now, I'm feeling this way. It's because you are in control. You are able to see it from outside. You are able to own that thing, right? So I'm not mad at that, because that means they're saying you don't own us anymore, even by the name that you gave us. We're not that. We're what we are, and we're going to name our country ourselves. And I can respect that. But as always, people have different opinions. Some people are really happy about it. Some people are like, well, why is that necessary? Why can't we change things that are on the ground that people are going through? The unemployment, the lack of hospitals, the lack of roads, and all that stuff, which is true. And I agree with that. But at the same time, I feel like if you can do both, you can do both, and you can create your own identity. But I was wondering, how do you call Nigerians? Now, Nigerians are called Nigerians, right? How do you call the United African, you call them United African Republicans? I don't know. Anyways, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a good proposal. But you guys let us know down below what your thoughts are about the proposal of this consultant. Do you agree with it? You don't agree with it? Do you think it's just useless? Or do you think there's a power in naming something and they should take back that power for themselves? I'm Wongel Zelalem bringing you the story. I will see you on the next one. Bye. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and download the African Diaspora News Channel app, now available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.